Hello, students. Today we are going to be looking at the 4 factors of production. This is Learning Target 1B in your packet, being able to understand and identify the factors of production and to understand that scarcity of these resources limits the production of goods and services. So just to review, scarcity we have talked about so many times in this class, so it should be really clear by now that scarcity is the fundamental problem of economics. We have a limited amount of productive resources with which to produce goods and services, and the desire for goods and services by households is virtually unlimited. I like this picture because I think it shows 5 people wanting to eat a little tiny cherry tomato. Well, that's not really going to satisfy anyone, and that is going to be scarce. Now, of course, what is scarce is highly individual. Um, I might not have uh, a good set of boots to wear for the winter, and somebody else might. So I might have a scarcity of boots, and someone else might not. Okay, so let's just distinguish between goods and services. It's important to note that goods are tangible, physical articles that have been produced for sale or use. So we have eggs and bacon. Any kind of food is a good. We have clothing, shoes, etc. We have cars that's produced for our use. We have books, they're produced for our use, and computers. Services, on the other hand, this refers to work done by someone else for which a consumer, like you and I, or a business or a government is willing to pay someone. So, for example, I am a teacher and I get paid through taxes and other government spending. I go get my hair cut by a professional stylist and I pay her for the service of cutting my hair. And a lot of us had COVID hair when we weren't able to go to the hairstylist. We pay someone to take care of our children. We pay doctors to take care of our health. So services are that work that's done by someone else. This could even include going to a restaurant, the service of getting your food made for you and delivered to you. So let's look at what the factors of production are. There are 4 factors of production. First, of course, is human resources, or what we call labor. These are the people that have the mental and physical abilities that allow them to make contributions in the workforce. What's really amazing about labor, and what I really want to emphasize in this class, is that there are so many different skills and abilities and interests that people have, and that nobody should feel like they have to go in a particular direction. What you really should be looking for is what are your values and what are you hoping to achieve from your work. Some people that I know are plumbers, for example, and this is something that I would never want to do. I hate working with plumbing. Some people are incredible farmers and they know how to work the land. I really love teaching, and so I'm so glad that that is a form of labor that I can do. So just keep in mind that there are numerous forms of labor, and the reality is that most of us will need to find some form of work to do in our lifetimes. Capital resources. These are goods that were specifically produced in order to produce other goods. So these are machines, equipment, tools, buildings, tractors, assembly lines, all of the things that are listed there. They all help in the production process. And as tools developed throughout history, production was able to speed up because of that. So if you think about something like an automobile, this used to take a group of people. They would put all the parts together, and it would take them, hours to put together a vehicle. And now they just run on an assembly line. That was what Ford was known for doing, was to create the assembly line to put together cars in sections, and it really speeded up the car manufacturing process. Natural resources are going to be important for anything. All of our products really at their root have some kind of natural resource. These are resources that come from the land, they're extracted or they're harvested from the natural environment. So just look around you right now and think of all of the things that have come from the land. I am wearing a sweatshirt right now that is made from cotton. I have my hand on a book right now that is made from trees. I have my hand on the computer, the plastic case. Plastic comes from oil resources. The food that I'm going to eat tonight comes from the land. My granite countertop was actually quarried from a quarry in India. So every single thing that you have and that you own was extracted somewhere from the land. So natural resources, of course, are absolutely the foundation of all of our goods. And then a fourth factor of production is an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is someone who can take all of these things, land, labor, and capital, and turn them into a good or service. Um, and so, for example, my son, he is studying to become a licensed cheesemaker in Wisconsin. It is his goal someday to have his own cheesemaking business. So he'll need land, he'll need goats or cows to get the milk from that goes into cheese. He'll need the labor, him and others that will work on the making the cheese and extracting the milk from the cows or the goats. And he'll definitely need equipment. There are specialized vats for making cheese. There are special wheels to put the cheese molds in. He will have to have milk to extract, or I'm sorry, machines to extract the liquid that comes off of the cheese. And he wants to be an entrepreneur. He wants to open his own business so that eventually he can sell his own particular brand of cheese. And I really hope that he can do that someday. He'll need to invest money. He might need to get investors to do that. But entrepreneurs, they're all around us, and every business started small, and some became really, really huge, but they started somewhere. Okay, so production then, natural resources first provide the material, and then human and capital resources transform them into goods and services. Natural resources also provide food for workers and fuel for machines. So if you think about something like building a house, you're going to know that that person who's working on the house, first of all, is labor. They are going to need the natural resources of food to keep them working and water. They're also going to need the equipment and the machinery to build the house. And here he's just holding a hammer, and but that is, iron, which is extracted from the ground. The wood that he pounds it into, it comes from trees. And then there are machines that are used to hoist some of the pieces of the house onto like a second floor, for example. So everything works together. The four factors of production all come together in producing something. Now, I've provided a link for the iPencil movie that you should watch next. It's a 6-minute movie, and it shows how land, labor, and capital all work together to produce a pencil. So have a great day. Answer the question for your attendance-based assignment, and be looking for your next assignment. Thank you.